it is Kim Barnes Jefferson here, squad leader of the Fabulous Fit Squad. And today I'm doing something a little different. I am going live on Facebook at the same time that I am going live on my TV show. So I hope you guys had a great March. I can't believe it's the end of March and we're almost knocking on the door of April. So I wanted to kind of take a moment to reflect on where we are and what's going on. And, to do that, I want to talk about vacation, because here we are, it's a gloomy day here in Boston, and we're all kind of like waiting for Mother Nature to be like, can you throw us a bone? Can you throw us a nice, warm, sunny day? And those nice, warm, sunny days gets us thinking about vacation. And so tonight I wanted to talk about how can you survive vacation and not come back weighing 5 to 10 pounds lighter and still have a good time. But before we do that, I wanted to reintroduce myself in that I help busy women to break free of the diet mindset. I help them to find a life of balance, power, and harmony so that they're not, chasing their tail. They're not feeling, inadequate. A brownie doesn't bring them to their knees. And so with that said, the same thing can happen on vacation. Just this past week, I was away on vacation, and just like everyone, you kind of decide when you're going to go on your trip. So I decided in December that we were going to go on our trip. And so from December to March, I was like, okay, I want to get in shape. I'm going to be wearing a bathing suit. I want to look great to go on my trip. But at the same time, I didn't want to go through this extreme measures because, people come up to me all the time for my class and they'll be like, oh, I'm going to blah, blah, blah next week. And all week, all I've had is rice cakes and Diet Coke. So I'm going to be good, right? And I'm like, I wish you would have come to me, 4-6 weeks earlier. For most of us, these kind of vacations don't just pop up. We kind of have a little bit of heads up that we're going on vacation. And when you have that heads up, then it gives us time to do things the right way. Give time to do things the healthy way. Give time to do things that won't make you feel like, you're going to blow it on vacation. And, so many people say to me oh, I don't want to do this because I feel like I'm going to blow it on vacation. You're not going to blow it on vacation if you're going with a plan. And, I am a planner. I'm a planner by nature. That's what I do. And, I still plan to have fun. There are some things that I wing, but I kind of give myself, this bucket. This is the sphere of fun that I have for my trip. Because, at the end of the day, it's about decisions and choices, right? My decision is that when I come back from my vacation, I won't be 3 steps behind where I was before I went on my vacation. My choice is to eat foods, drink beverages that are going to help me keep my decision. It's my guiding principle. That's my decision, right? So did I not enjoy cocktails? Yeah, I had some cocktails, but I didn't lose my stuff, right? I didn't lose my stuff when I had that. And how I was able to do that was, let's just break it down, what happened. So if you go on this kind of extreme diet before your trip, and then you go on your trip, and usually this is where the kind of our biggest kind of potholes are on vacation, right? We go on vacation and we typically will eat foods that we normally don't. And most of these are more carbohydrate driven because we're eating out. So there'll be bread at the table. You might have maybe you don't have breakfast. So you might be having breakfast. You'll be having, cocktails during the day. And most of us don't drink cocktails during the day. And those kind of things, especially the eating out, regardless of where you eat, how clean the food is, they just add a ton of sodium. And for most of us, we don't eat that much sodium. So the sodium causes our body to just blow up, right? So then you start automatically kind of have this water retention, okay? So then, you couple that with the carbs. So that also helps to increase the water retention because it has more water molecules in the carbohydrate. And then, if you're someone like me coming from Boston, I left, it was 20 degrees. I land in Turks and Caicos, it was 80 degrees. So that difference caused my body to oh my God, explode with water because it was warm outside. Because we're always this when it's cold and then everything expands when. we get into warmth. So those are like 3 factors that immediately, I feel like I put on weight just from those 3 factors. Are what can cause you to gain weight, right? So then, and then I did something extreme. So like I went from depriving myself to these 3 factors happening. So all of a sudden I'm like, I feel like I blew up like a tick. And that's just day 1. And when we go on these extreme diets before we go on vacation, it's tricking our body into famine mode. And in a famine, your body says, oh, we're not going to get any food anymore. So we're just going to hold on to all the food we possibly can, because we want to make sure that when the famine's here, we got enough food to store us. Yes, it was millions of years ago that was how our bodies had to work, because, we didn't have, food wasn't as abundant as it is today. But our bodies haven't adapted. So even though we don't have a famine, even though most of the people listening to this broadcast will never have hunger, our body still thinks that there's going to be hunger. There's going to be a famine. So it's going to treat the deprivation as famine. So when famine mode, there's no real recovery from that, right? It's like, oh, we're in famine mode, we're in panic mode, and I got to hold on to all the food. So then you get to your vacation, and you go back. You're having cocktails, that adds weight. You're eating out, that adds weight. You're having cocktails, you're eating out, you're not moving. All of that, it just adds up to you coming back from vacation, stepping on the scale, and crying. And being like, what the? And dirty word, dirty word, dirty word, dirty word. So instead of all of that, what if you were to just say, you know what? It's possible for me to go on vacation and still maintain my healthy life. Because it is. It's possible. And it's not you being that, the girl who's like, I'm just having water and cucumbers. No. I was just away and I didn't have water and cucumbers. So you ready to get some tips on how to make this work? All right. So the biggest thing for vacation is cocktails. All right. You're on a tropical island, the rum's flowing, the mint's being crushed, the blender's going, and you're like, I need to have me one of those. And, especially if you go to a place that's all-inclusive, they just walk around and just give you booze, right? So how do you manage that? How do you still go and have fun? I'm going to give you 2 ways, and you decide which path you want to go down. Path 1 is, for every 1 alcoholic drink that you have 2 glasses of water. So that, you're not, just pounding in the sun. And I mean, that has its consequences too. But yeah, so you have an alcoholic beverage, you have 2 glasses of water. Alcoholic beverage, 2 glasses of water. Okay, so that's one way to go and one way to do about it. The second way to go about it is you decide that it's, you're not going to drink during the day, but you're going to have drinks at dinner. So that you, instead of having this kind of it's noon somewhere approach, you kind of say, you know what, 5 o'clock, that's when I'm going to start drinking, and, still be mindful of the drinks, but not be pounding all day long. I did come up with one other one. The third way to do it is to pick a night that you're just like, you know what? Tonight's tonight. It could be that you're going away for your anniversary. It could be you're going away for your birthday. It could be whatever, that you're like, you know what? On Tuesday night, I'm just going to just decide I'm just going to drink what I drink. And it is what it is. And you wake up the next day, no guilt, no burning it off, none like that. You're just like, you know what? Last night was fun. What are we doing today? And this whole approach is all about not feeling guilty. This whole approach is waking up the next day being like, what's on the agenda? And not looking back and saying, oh man, I coulda, I shoulda, I woulda, I didn't. It's just being in control. Coming at this from a strength, a place of power, that you have power over your choices. You have power over your decisions. And when you go in with a plan to vacation, you never feel like when you come back from vacation and be like, oh, holy manoli, like I can't believe. Or you never come home that night and be like, oh my God, how much did I drink? How much did I eat? I got to unbutton my pants. Like, I don't want that to happen to you, because I've seen it too many times, and so many women spend too many cycles trying to figure out like why it happened. Suck it up, move on, and learn. And the way to learn is to go in with a plan. And the plan doesn't make you like a stick in the mud. The plan makes you say, you know what? I got goals, and I'm not going to blow my goals just for a moment of fun. And if you have goals, you want to stay consistent, this on again, off again thing, it ain't going to fly. You're not going to reach your goals. It is what it is. Like, I don't want to candy coat anything. You know, I keep it real. And if you want to have a healthy life, you want to have the physique that you want, you got to manage this stuff, because you're going to go on vacation and you're going to go out with friends, and all of this stuff, you know, all of these things are going to come at you, and you got to go in with a plan. You know, I was on vacation, and people we were with were like, it's like 9 a.m. like, here, have a bloody. And I was like, I'm having coffee, I'm good. And I felt comfortable and confident in that decision. And I need for you to feel the same way, to feel comfortable and confident that this is how I'm going to approach me. And not feel like, oh, well, what will so-and-so say? What will so-and-so think if I don't drink this Bloody Mary at 9 o'clock in the morning? Right? So I think I've belabored that point. So moving on. And like the other thing is eat in. You know, I'm not saying like be that, you know, family that like cooks all their meals in their hotel room. What I'm saying is, if you're able to get a hotel that has like a microwave, like a small kitchenette area, think about eating your breakfast in. Because that's one of like the easiest meals to eat in, and it's kind of one of the meals that like you want to eat in so you can like get going, so that you can kind of like have your breakfast, hit the beach, hit whatever activity is up, versus having to like, okay, let's get organized to go to breakfast and then come back and whatever you do. So breakfast is usually the easiest meal to eat in. The other thing I like about when you have that kitchenette is that sometimes your dinner portion is too big. And so you can cut that meal in half, and you can bring it back and you can eat it later. And so you have a refrigerator, you have a microwave, something that you can like cook it and heat it later. So that's one of the things. And, you know, for that breakfast, you know, most places that you go, you can find a grocery store where you can find, you know, fresh fruits, cereals, yogurt, eggs, you know, simple, easy things that you can cook in the kitchenette in the hotel room. But also, you know, if you can possibly pack lunches so that way you're I find sometimes it's easier to just be on the fly versus like having to gather everything up and then go to lunch and then having to gather everything up and then come back from lunch. And it feels like your day gets kind of disrupted. I'm someone who, when I go on vacation, I just like to lay. I just like to lay, read my book, do whatever, and not feel like, oh my God, I have to find food, I have to find this, I have to find that. And if you are someone who's taken certain foods out of your diet, so for example, you know, you might be dairy free or you might not have any wheat or whatever, stick with those same principles when you go on vacation. So if you haven't eaten fried food in a million years, don't go on vacation and be like, I'm going to have the fried fish platter, because your innards ain't going to like it. And so why do that to yourself? Why challenge your digestion with something like that? So just kind of stick with those, like whatever principles that you had. So if you're not eating fried foods, don't go for, you know, have one or two, but don't go for like a whole fried platter. Your digestional tract will thank me. And you know, eat like you're at home. So what I mean by that is, what do you normally order? You know, for me, when I was for breakfast, I love oatmeal, and you know, whenever I go to a hotel, I'm excited when they have oatmeal. And they had oatmeal. They had oatmeal, and they had egg whites. What did I do? I took my oatmeal, I took my egg whites, and I put them inside, put some fresh fruit, some coffee, and that was my breakfast. right? So it was simple, it was easy, and that's typically what I eat at home. So I didn't go off the track. Like I wasn't like, oh my God, I'm gonna have a Danish, and oh my God, they have, frosted mini wheats. Like it wasn't anything like that. It was like, this is what I normally have. I was satisfied, and I was good. It was fine. One day they had banana bread, and I was like, I wonder if the banana bread's any good. I had a couple bites. It was okay. I left it on my plate. So, that's where you kind of, like I have confidence over food that I wasn't going to eat this banana bread, lose my stuff, and then ask my husband to hold my legs while I finish the loaf on the buffet. And if you do go to a buffet, it just because it's all you can eat doesn't mean you have to. Be strategic. I always walk the entire buffet to decide like what is going to be the main thing on my plate, and then what are going to be my accessories. And when I found the oatmeal, I was like, that's my main thing. Fruit is going to be my accessories, and the egg whites are going to be my protein. Boom, I win. And pick your favorite fun foods. So when you're out to dinner, I always say, pick your battles. You're having that fun appetizer. You're having that fun entree. You're having that fun dessert. If this is the day that you're like, I'm having a big drink, then my food choices would change. Then I'd be like, I'm going to have a great clean eating meal, but I'm going to have a couple of glasses of wine, and I'm going to feel okay about that, right? Because I've chose today as my day that I'm going to have my fun wine. And all of this is all about deciding that your healthy lifestyle is about this than this. Because I've seen it, people play the cha-cha, where you are doing great, vacation. And then I come back to here. Doing great, vacation. And then back to here. So when I'm on vacation, I want to say, doing great, vacation, doing great. So vacation is just I guess you probably didn't see that. So I'm doing great, vacation, doing great. It's just a dip. It's not vacation and then I have to crawl out of the hole. It's just a little dip, a little pothole, and then I'm going and I'm back to normal. So that I'm not saying, oh, good God, I had a great vacation, but man, oh man, my pants don't fit. So it's a decision that you have to make, and decide if are you done playing the cha-cha? And watch your portions. A lot of times, depending on where you go, even if you order like a clean meal, like, I was ordering fish and it was like the size of my head. And so I would just cut it in half and like I would split it with my husband. Because like sometimes it was, you know how it is. Like sometimes the fish is like this big, sometimes the fish is like this big. And you're just like, you decide when the portions came. But it was like for dinner, for me, it was just a protein and a vegetable. And, most places had that. Lunch, I had a nice big salad, and I can't think of a place on the planet that you can't go and get a nice salad. I mean, heck, I can go across the street here to McDonald's to get a nice salad, right? So, I kept things really simple. Like I didn't overcomplicate it. I went in saying, at minimum, I need a protein and a vegetable. That's all I need. I need a protein and a vegetable, and then everything else will work its way out. I was fortunate that they had great fruit on the buffet at breakfast, so that was perfect. And the rest of the day was like I focused on protein and vegetables, and it worked out like a charm. I did work out, and I always on vacation. I always work out on vacation, and so when I do work out, it's not this like hardcore beast mode kind of workout. I did that in the past, and it sucks when you're there and you're trying to find a gym and you need to do this, you need to do that. I've started to chill the heck out when it comes to that. And for me, my plan is to work out at least 4 times when I'm on vacation. That's my minimum plan. And for that can be simply a walk for at least 30 minutes. That can be me actually going to the gym. And, most places that you go today, they have a lovely gym. You might have to do some modifications because they might not have everything that you need for a workout. But, you know, typically I find if you have, you know, a good set of dumbbells, I could figure something out. And before I go, I figure that out. So I'm not like, what am I going to do? Like walking around the gym, what am I going to do? Before I go, you know, I have like 2 or 3 workouts like in my phone, ready to go, so that I can just hit the ground running. And the workouts that I'm doing, you know, they're 20 minutes, like kick your tushy, get the heck out, and I'm back to my day. And typically I like to do my workouts, you know, I don't like to set an alarm. You know, it's vacation. I set an alarm when I'm not on vacation. So usually I try to get up, if not before breakfast, to do my workout, or I'll have breakfast and probably an hour after I eat, do my workout, and then so I can, you know, hit the beach or hit the pool or wherever, just so I can have like the rest of the day to myself. And those workouts, like I said, you know, I'm still moving, I'm still breaking a sweat, and that's a good workout for me. You know, it's not, and if you're just doing a walk, awesome. If it's just doing a run on the treadmill, awesome. But I really try to, at least 2 of the days that I'm away, sprinkle in some weights if possible. You know, and I also like to think about the reentry when you come back. And so, you know, my husband and I, we started doing this when we were dating. One time we went away on a trip from Sunday to Sunday, and we were flying back to Boston, and there was a delay with snow, blah, 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 blah. We didn't end up getting back till Tuesday, just with everything that was happening. And then one time we went away, we got home late, like 2 a.m. on Sunday, and then had to wake up and go to work. And so we're like, you know what? This stinks. So we started shifting and going away from Saturday to Saturday. So that would give us a day on Saturday. That would give us Saturday to be able to wake up on Sunday morning, sleep in our home bed, be able to go to the grocery store, be able to kind of get a soft reentry into life. Right? So that way you're not like coming on Sunday night and then you have to get all your stuff together and then you're heading off to work on Monday morning. So it's just a way for you to kind of get a good reentry, go to the grocery store, so you're not saying, well, we got nothing to eat, so I'm eating out all day or all week. So I'm glad that this whole live thing worked, and I got some people joining me. I got Kerry, Michelle, Marianne, Kate. This is awesome. This show will also be saved on my website, fabfitsquad.com/live-tv. You will also be able to follow me on Facebook at Kim Barnes Jefferson Coach. You'll also be able to follow me on Instagram at FabFitSquad and on Snapchat at FabFitSquad. Next show will be on April 11th. And I'm going to talk about body confidence. That's one of my big things with women, is that I find that when we first start to work out and we feel that what we're able to do with our bodies, what we're able to accomplish with our bodies, we're able to translate that into other areas of our life. So on Tuesday, April 11th, we are going to talk about body confidence and 10 ways that working out and eating right helps you boost your confidence. So thank you guys so much for joining me. This is fabulous. I'm so excited I'm able to do it live too at the same time. So I will see you guys next, or 2 weeks, on the 11th. Have a fabulous night, and I'll talk to you soon. If you have any questions or comments, please hit me up on my Facebook page, Kim Barnes Jefferson Coach. Talk to you soon. Thank you so much. Everyone, it is Kim Barnes Jefferson here, squad leader. Goes this way. Okay, so that's how it goes. All right, figured it out.